top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Washington State Cougars, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Dukes will put total weather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Runs through a tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Evans. Dances away. Wide open downfield. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Goes to the option. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And the Dukes will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Looking deep. Makes the grab down the left side. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. On the move at the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Washington State going back to work on 1st down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's looking to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Crosses midfield. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Evans. Got it! Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. The Dukes want to move quickly. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, James Madison.
Question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, These Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Give to the back. Powers through the defender. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Now they'll run the draw. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. To the air, it's St. Clair. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Dukes. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll test the right side. Got room at the 35. Wide open spaces. The 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougars!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, James Madison.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Just keep slinging it. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Going for it all. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Reads it, fires complete. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Washington State. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hooks. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Dukes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Scanning the field, it's Evans. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The play action fake. Plucks it out of the air. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Cougars with the 1st and 10. Running into the open space. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It would have been a 45-yard field goal attempt from here, but they'll go for it instead. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. The short hands, it's right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. To throw, it's St. Clair. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wood. And this one will be stopped for no gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stopped for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the ground and not give the extra yards after the catch.
Looking to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. He's going to run it. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. It'll be a draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Dukes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got it near midfield. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Cougars will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's hooked. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Might as well give it to him again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air. It's Evans. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got his man on the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Dukes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas State is going to enjoy the trip back to Manhattan after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Bill Snyder Family Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hines is tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're dealing with a second and long. On target over the middle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Past the 20. Touchdown Cougars. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Number 80.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Motion from the back. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Hooks. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they... Looking for a deep man. Finds a spot in the middle. Racing down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, James Madison. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Westbrook. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got it. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Trying to escape and get it himself. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Dukes want to pick up the tempo.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Evans. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air on 2nd down. There's the pressure. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Now, 4th down. White 94 slider choice. White 90 set. Black 33 last choice.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3 from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off play action on 1st down. Working the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. They're going to run it. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. He wants to throw it again. Firing to the right, complete. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Washington State. And the comeback is on.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Buffalo was able to cap off a close one inside UB Stadium with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of...
Oh, he's got some space. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
The Dukes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Creates a little room. Quick step and go. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Dukes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it 1 play at a time.
Finds the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation.
Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Wazoo! And here they come, almost all the way back.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Courtney. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, what a cut! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And thank goodness for those new age throwing techniques. It takes wear and tear off your arm because it ought to be tired by now over 450.
This guy can throw from all the different arm slots and arm angles he wants, Reese, but the end result is always the same. Completions and touchdowns. This dude's a machine.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Right on target this time. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Looking to throw again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got it on the outside. It's Richard. And he'll run a sidelines after the good gain.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Breaks into the open. He's at the touchdown, Cougars! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're just down 6.
James Madison, 52. Washington State, 46.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team. Time him at the 21.
Fuck who is that there? Fuck Dre Hill, fuck his son. Fuck Oakland. He got it. Nigga know what he ain't shit, nigga. We're gonna get that satisfaction. That shit, yeah. I got a lot of fucking computers on me. Ooh.